I glued the windscreen in. It's a bloody awful fit. Simple as that. I had to sand the clear part away at the bottom, and I also had to scrape where it rests or sits in the fuselage. Just awful. So that took ages. It was do a bit, check, do a bit, check, because you don't want to go too far. And it was, yeah, more so the left side. But anyway, it's on now. Tail wheel section's in, painted. I gave it a gloss clear coat. It's drying off, then I'll mask it up. As you can see, I've masked up the wheel wells and the cockpit. I use not blue tack but white tack. It's not as oily as blue tack. Put the wing lights in, navigation lights. Now these lights are moulded. They have a hollow moulded into them, so I just dipped the paint in, put it in that hollow, so the red and the green to imitate the light bulb. So once I mask up that tail wheel area, it can then be primed. So I will prime it with grey first. Grey is, for me, it's easier to see any issues I've got to clean up, and then I'll be giving it probably going to go make this one nice and shiny, so I'll give it a gloss black coat after that before I lay down my metallizer paint. Okay, we're into the pre-metallizer stage, so it's had the coat of, I don't know how that's going to show up with glare. It's still, I just finished spraying it, so it's still drying off, but so I just used Tamiya Gloss Black, the acrylic version. Yeah, before I did that I had to clean up some wiring in the windscreen. When I did the primer, I noticed that I had to tidy it up some more. Also, I've painted up this one of the wheels. I've painted it up. Hubs, AK Extreme Metal Aluminium. I did the drop tank. So the drop tank is AK Extreme Metal dark aluminium. When I do natural metal aircraft, I break it up by using different shades of paint. I used the AK Extreme Metal aluminium for the gear leg, and I've painted up the rocket tubes. So interestingly, I found the when you make the tubes, the rear end of it, you have an option to do like loaded rockets, so you can see that that's got the rockets in it, or you can have it empty. The other piece you can put on there is there's no rockets, so I thought I'd do rockets in. And I've started getting the this is the Tamiya kit propeller, because I needed this style propeller for the scheme I'm doing. The name escapes me at the moment. I know there's two types they used, so I'll need to use, so that's the nose art and the aircraft serial number and code letters, numbers for it. I'll have to just have a quick check again, because there's the two styles of propeller have different, the company that makes them. I need to check. I'm pretty sure I need to use the blue one, but I'll see if I can find an image maybe. So I'm going to paint the whole aircraft in metal colour. I'm going to try something I haven't done before, so I'll talk about the paint I use. If I'm happy with the result, it might be too shiny, but I'll see. And then after that, I'll paint in the colour. So I'll have a blue nose, blue canopy around the base of the canopy, and olive drab anti-glare panel, and up behind the canopy, and a black strip on the tail. So I'm going to hook into this spraying this now because it's starting to get really hot again. Right, I got some paint down. So I've used, can't see the label there because I've got paint on it. It's SMS lacquer. So this is the Hyperchrome cold tone. I think there's a couple of different ones. This is totally different to how I would normally do a natural metal aircraft. I'd probably just do aluminium and put some different shades in, but I'm just trying something different. As this build, I won't be using it for competition. It's just a build I'm doing. I'll be selling it off when it's done. So I'm trying something different. It's always good to broaden your horizon. So it's extremely shiny as to what my normal approach would be, but as I said, something different. I do like how it's come out. It looks nice. So this is probably going to end up just being like a warbird display, rather than a active duty aircraft. So that's down. To protect it, I'll be using this. This is AK's intermediate gauzy agent. I don't understand the name myself, but it works. So it's a shine enhancer. Now I wouldn't say it enhances your shine. Generally any clear coat over metal is going to dull it, but this seems to keep it pretty much the same, or if not the same, just slightly dull it, from my experience with it. So I've been using this one for years now. It works for me, so that's all that matters. So when I put this on, unlike your other, like the other gloss I use, grab it. I don't use this, sometimes I do, but this is Mr. Color GX, so it's Super Clear 3. This is the gloss I use over just about everything I build when I do clear gloss coats to protect the paintwork. But if I use this on this metal, it'll dull it down, so this is a lot better for that. This needs a bit more time to go off, in my opinion. It wouldn't dry as quick as that because I use Mr. Leveling Thinner with that, so it'll go off quicker, dry quicker. But this is more of a, I guess it's more of an acrylic varnish. So doing metal like this, I would leave it overnight or a bit longer before you start doing decals and stuff over the top of it. It will dry quick, it'll be touch dry, but I think it's better to give it a bit more time to go off.